This is a 2009 BMW F800GS, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of a walk around on it. I've done quite a few upgrades and some modifications here, a lot of stuff through Twisted Throttle, but let me just kind of walk around and show you actually first the difference between the 800 and this is a 650. That's a 2001 F650GS. But I'll do a really quick walk around here and then show you some of the upgrades and things that I've done to this specific bike. Again, it's a 2009. This only has about 16,500 miles on it. From Tour Tech, we've upgraded the windscreen on this. We have some, I believe these were from Twisted Throttle, headlight protectors. These are just a little flexible, I don't know what they call them. We have Denali lights on here from Twisted Throttle. What else do we have here as I walk around? Let me start back up at the top. We have these really cool double take mirrors, and I really love these mirrors. I used to have just regular stock mirrors on the BMWs. On both of them they have the double take, and on this bike in particular I had dropped the bike and broken the mirror so many times. No matter what mirrors I tried, they always broke. These double takes do not. I actually broke one of the ram mounts. This is, I don't know if it's steel or aluminum, but it's a super heavy piece of metal, and I can't remember, something broke on it. But anyways, there's a warranty, and for like $2 they sent me a new one. So I have a ram mount for a cell phone on here. We talked about that. I have a SW Motec bag on here, and I was just washing the bikes. It's really easy to just zip that off, which makes it just super easy to remove. And if you're riding anything serious off-road, I'll take that off and either put it back here in one of the panniers or something. Of course, we've got onboard power right here. What else up front? This is the switch for the two lights. The Denali's on this up front there. Done a lot of Tour Tech upgrades. So this is the front brake reservoir. Kind of an odd place for BMW to put it, but this is taking a beating, falling like into, sorry you couldn't see that, falling into some trees or something like that. Riding past trees has hit that, so that's actually come in handy. I didn't think it would, but it has. Down here on the bottom, a lot of stuff that people don't pay attention to. An exhaust protector, kind of an extender, so your pants don't get burned there. Both of those are from Tour Tech. We've got some upgraded pegs, and these are from Tour Tech, I believe. Yep, they are. Let me show you some protection on the other side as well. One thing about this is the only thing that's broken actually on this bike. I just have not gotten a replacement lens. I don't know, they're a couple of bucks online, OEM. So let's see. So we've got some protection here. This was spray painted black. This bike was actually in a film, and so they kept, this is the rear brake fluid, or sorry, the rear brake fluid was over here. I can't remember what's behind here. I don't know, somebody knows. This was kept on for the film. Some of these other ones were taken off. The ones that were kept on were spray painted black, and of course my pants have rubbed that off. This is the onboard computer, so some protection there. And let me show you what I think is one of the coolest parts of this are these SW Motec adventure panniers. So super cool. So one of the things I really love about this is this key, when it's unlocked, does not come out. So I have it on with my BMW key, so I know that if this is unlocked and I leave the key in it, I can't go and start the bike because my key's back in here. So I have to do this, lock it, and then pull it out. This operates really in a nifty way that I don't use very much, but you can push this and slide this down. The whole lid just pops right off. So if you have a carrier just on the back across these, most panniers, to get the lid off or even to get it open, you have to be able to do that, and then it sort of lifts off. But you can see that the mechanism here just allows us to slide down and once you have this open and then this open, it just pops off, moves out of the way. I've got different bags on either side here, so little extra storage capacity. These are 45 liters between the two of these. So lots of storage capacity, and I'm carrying things in here like my tool roll. I don't know why this is in here at the moment, but it's socket kit. I've got a cycle pump. If I need to put some air in the tires, I've got a spare tube for the rear wheel, and then I have a pulley kit in case I go off the trail and need to get myself back on. I've used all of that stuff with the exception of the pulley kit, thankfully, at one time or another. Oh, and the other thing is this Two Brothers Racing exhaust. This came with the bike when I bought it. A guy was commuting with it, although hadn't ridden very many miles on it, and he put this exhaust on, and it's a little bit louder, but I think it's a pretty cool sound. The deer do not like it, which is great because deer and cattle tend to stay in the trail, and I give them a little roar on the exhaust and they just get out of the way. So again, there's 16,500 miles on it, and let's crank it up and I'll show you what this sounds like. It's got a really nice purr to it. Without being really loud and annoying. It's a great little bike though. These LED lights, the two on the front, those Denali's, amazing when it comes to dusk. I don't like riding at nighttime, but sometimes you get home a little bit late in the dark, and so those LEDs come in handy. And they have a really cool feature too. When you turn the bike off, the light obviously goes off. They're not flashing actually right now, that's just the frame rate of the camera. But those stay on, I think it's 30 seconds or 60 seconds, and then they turn off automatically. Oh, a couple more protection things while I'm thinking about it. This is an Alt-Rider skid plate. The beefiest thing on the market that I found. A lot of skid plates will take a rock, and I've felt rocks going, you know, as I go over them. Some skid plates will take that rock and just put a big dent in it. Well, how long before that dent goes up into like the exhaust pipes or something else like the oil pan or oil filter under there? So it's a super beefy skid plate. Also crash bars. A lot of what's on the market is just these lower crash bars, which is nice. Protects the lower fairing right here and some of the other things, and then it kind of goes up and around over here, so it's, you know, kind of nice. But I've also put this upper crash bar on it, which attaches here, goes around to the other side, because without that, you can see the bike's been scraped up over on the side, and if you drop the bike a number of times, you're gonna have problems with things like blinkers. And I could just tell that this was just gonna get beat up here over time, and so I've got both the upper and the lower crash bars on this, which really just kind of tricks this bike out really nicely. I've owned it for a couple years now, a few years, maybe even 4, but still, as a 2009 with 16,000 miles on it, does not have very many miles at all. Anyways, again, it's 2009 F800GS, and it's just a really great bike. It's my bike of choice for being outside.